All right, so we're gonna unbox a YardBird chicken plucker. So this claims to do in 15 seconds. It can defeather a bird, and this is actually capacity for 2 of them. I'm just excited because it's going to be a game changer for what we're looking to do. Hand plucking takes roughly 20 minutes per bird, so I'm quite excited about this. So we'll take this apart and see what it looks like. All right, so when you get this all unpackaged, you want to keep this styrofoam insert because what happens is it actually lines up with the discharge of the feathers and allows the motor to sit straight, so that way you can pop all the legs onto it, and that way you can then attach the drum to it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is basically just cut all the wheels, all the legs out, so that way we can assemble that bottom part. It's slightly different what the pictures are. The pictures already show these assembled. But no big deal. Easy enough to assemble. So the wheels seem pretty heavy duty. They're actually a solid. It's not like an inflatable tube, so that probably make them a lot more durable. And I think it said the legs aren't interchangeable, just because they're different functions on each leg. So we'll see what that looks like. So this one definitely looks different. So yeah, you get this one with the plate on it. The other one looks like it has a plate on it too. We've got the bolts and screws. So next we'll take a look at what's next. Alright, so also what's included in this is the axle for the wheels. Alright, so next we're just going to put the wheels on the axles so this slides straight through. You have a washer that's supplied, and then the nut. Tighten all that stuff down, so then these two actually connect here and line up. So next what's included are these, and that's what connects the two holes together. Like I said, what I'll do is I'll tighten this all at the end. That way I know I make sure and go through it and I don't miss anything. The same with this. Alright, so next I'm going to do is just separate these and apparently throw them, because it's easier to do it while you have everything all set and while you're not trying to watch the camera as well. Alright, so next you're going to put on the legs, and they just glide over. The holders for them already, so it's pretty easy to do and set up. That way it's just have to put the bolts and the nuts on it and the washers. Alright, so like I said, that's all that they do. They just sit right on top of there. And then we're just going to put the bolts and nuts and washers on and anchor those in place. Alright, so got the second leg on. Like I said, we'll tighten everything at the end. That way I make sure to go through and make sure I hit everything. That way nothing's coming loose. And then after, of course, your first use of this, we'll probably end up just tightening it down anyways. I mean, pretty easy so far to set up, which is nice. It came in a lot less pieces than I thought it would. But I mean, this year there was a shortage of these. You couldn't find them anywhere. So as soon as I was able to get one, and I actually got a pretty decent deal on it, I saved 10% with a coupon. So I was quite happy about that, saving money on it. So next what we're going to do is add the wheels onto it, and then we'll be able to stand it up. So next what we're going to do is we're just going to basically put the axle wheels through the holes on the side. Connect them in the middle. Replace the bolts and everything through it. That's why I don't really tighten anything in the beginning, just in case you have to go back through and fix things or move things around or take them apart in order to put them back in. I know sometimes with me in a project I just kind of jump ahead on everything and just start putting things together, and there's a different order to it. There's that one. And here's this one. Alright guys, so we're going to tighten down the legs, and that way we can stand this bad boy up and get it going. Alright, we're going to finish off the legs, or the wheels. Alright, so I'm going to have to hand tighten these with pliers, just because for some reason I worked on one but not the other. So there we go. Alright, so those are all tight. Alright, so next what we're going to do is basically bring this over so we can stand it up. so that's all set. Alright guys, so next you're going to put the feather plate on, which is the plate without the fingers. So this is basically going to slide down. Now the thing to keep in mind is there are 2 fingers right here. There's actually a third one that you'll need to place into it as well before you put it on. Alright, so like I said, take this finger right here and then you're going to insert it. Now I had to take a look at this a couple of times because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because when these catch on the bottom when it's spinning, because this is the part that spins, it's not the part that stays still. The drum actually does that. So as you put it in, there is a little notch that you need to line it up with. Pretty tight fit, there we go. Once it goes in, it should pop in. I'm just going to finish putting that other finger in and push it down in. Alright, as you can see, when it does spin, the fingers don't hit the bottom. But the trick with this is, and I'll tell you what, it's a pain in the butt. So you have to pull this down as far as you can, and then there's a little ridge that's sitting down here now, but it's above. And what you need to do is you need to take like even like a screwdriver or something like that, and you actually need to press that edge down as you pull down, and that will actually allow the edge to go into it, because if you're trying to pull this with pliers or just brute force, it's not going to work. So you almost need to kind of edge it into the hole and pull down at the same time, and just kind of wiggle in a motion, basically like a clockwise or counterclockwise motion, and it should pop right in. Because like I said, trying to pull this in with brute force is just not going to happen. Alright, next up we're going to do is we're going to put these into the middle that holds it in. So basically it's just going to go the dome part, and then the washer, and then the actual bolt itself. So this is what it's going to look like in the middle. So as you have the key, and basically just going to screw that into place, and then once we have that tightened down, we'll be all set. Alright, so for anyone putting this together too, keep in mind that with this, it's not going to be righty-tighty. It's going to be going to the left. So you're actually going to be going counterclockwise to tighten that in. We'll tighten it in with the all the way, and we'll be all set. Alright, so the next part you have to do is you have to line up the magnetic parts on the readers, which are these parts right here. So when you put the tub on top of the feather plate, this is what we need to keep in mind when we're placing it on there. So you do need to line those up. And what is nice is if you don't know where it is, there is a bright yellow arrow that tells you right where it is. Alright, so some kicking tools around. So this is inside the tub, like I said. You line these up, and that way you know that everything's all lined up. And now we're just going to latch it down, and we should be almost done. So all that we're going to do is take these, get onto the black part, and then it does come with clips, so that way you can lock it up. So that way this doesn't come undone. So all it is, let's see if I can do this one-handed. And that's it. Alright, so we'll do the next one. Down, clip on, and then put your clip through. Alright. So we have the third one done now. We'll move to the fourth, which I've clipped. I just need to put the Alright. Now for anyone wondering which one this is a YardBird chicken plucker. 15 seconds, it'll pluck 2 8-pound birds in 15 seconds. You can see videos all over the internet about this. It is a 1.5 horsepower electric gear motor. I'll leave a link down below where you can get one. And that way, if you are running into a problem where you can't find them either, I do know a place that is selling them right now. So like I said, YardBird chicken plucker. I can't wait to try this. This is going to definitely cut down on the time it takes to pluck the chickens, and anything for processing is going to cut the time way down on this. Alright, so the one modification everybody said to do is this hole right here for the discharge for the feathers and everything like that. Because of the way it's laid out, it shoots right down near the motor. So what people are saying to do is take a PVC elbow and shoot it out at a 90-degree angle. So that's what I'll be doing today. I'll be measuring the pipe fitting, and that way I can make sure to do that. Because they say what happens is it shoots out the water and it goes into the motor, and then you can short out things. It can break down the motor, and I definitely don't want to do that the first time using this. So we'll be getting a PVC elbow, and that way we can shoot out the feathers in the water into a bucket, and that way we don't have to worry about huge major cleanup on that. Alright guys, so I hope that helps you build your YardBird chicken plucker. That way, if you have any questions or stuck in any of the parts, like I said, it's pretty easy to put together. Yes, the video is only 20 minutes, but it probably took about 35 to 40 minutes to put together, and also as well as trying to film everything. So it's really not a hard build. If you really kind of just hunker down and just go straight to it, probably 20 minutes it would take you. So I hope this helps you guys. Check out the rest of our videos. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Like I said, I'll put a post down below and a link down below for the YardBird chicken plucker. That way, if you're having a hard time finding it, I do know a source that does have them right now. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.